Hello. Today we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to use Google Forms to create multiple choice quizzes that can be auto-graded for you. Um, all of us could use some time-saving measures, and this is probably one of the easiest and fastest ways to do that, as well as be able to assess your students and see what they're missing or what they're not quite getting. So let's go ahead and get started. You see I'm on my desktop. We're going to hit the Google Chrome and open that up for us. Right. From there, I'm going to go to our app selections, and I'm going to go to Drive. Then I'm going to come down and select the folder that I want to create my Google quiz in. I'm going to actually create a quiz for my King Tut unit that my sixth graders are doing. So I've opened that folder up. And from here, I'm going to click New. And what happens is that will go ahead and place the quiz into the correct folder without you having to do anything else. We're going to click New, go all the way down, click More, go to Google Forms. And if you click the little arrow, it'll expand down to a blank form or from a template. And for this one, we're going to do blank form. That, of course, automatically opens up our Google Forms. The first thing I'm going to do is give it a title. So King Tut Final Quiz. Then I'll come up where it says Untitled Form and just click that, and it'll put the same text there as you did down here. The second thing I will do is to come up and go to Settings, which is that little gear cog. It'll open up three tabs: General, Presentation, and Quizzes. So for General, I generally collect email addresses. I don't give the response receipts. The students don't look at them, and it just kind of clogs up their inboxes if a lot of teachers do it. Uh, I do restrict to users in Pamlico County schools, and I limit one response. And for the students can, for a quiz or a test, I do not let them edit after they submit it, and they don't need to see the summary charts or any kind of text responses, so I leave those blank. Then go to presentation. For presentation, I do show a progress bar. That's just a little bar that appears at the bottom that shows you what step you're on. So if you're on question 2 of 10, then you know how to space your time out. It's something that I enjoy having when I have a test or quiz for myself, so I do give it to the students. And if your students are working in close proximity to each other, then you may want to shuffle the question order as well. The confirmation message, I usually do nice and quick. Got it. Thanks. And that way the students know that they have completed what they needed to do. Now I'm going to move over to the third tab, which is quizzes. I do want to make this a quiz. For releasing the grade, I usually give feedback right after they submit it. But if you, for some reason, don't want to do that, you can turn it on for later. I just like to give the students some feedback right away. And I do let them see their missed questions, but I don't show them the correct answers yet, and I don't show them point values. Correct answers just because, again, we have students that are working very close together, and you don't want a student looking over onto another student's computer and seeing the correct answer. And for the point value, I really want them to work on all the questions equally, not just the ones that are worth the most points. So I'm going to click Save. All right. So from here, King Tut Final Quiz. The form description, if you would like to put something there, you can. I'm going to go ahead and do my first question, which is always student's full name. That changes this to a short answer so the student can type it in. And I'm going to require it. Now, after I do this, I generally make a second section. So click over here where it has little equals, but it's actually an add section button. And I'll show you what it looks like. So come up and look at the preview or the little I. So when the students open it up, they will see the title of the quiz. They'll be informed that their email addresses are being recorded, and it will ask for their full name. Since I required it, if they don't put anything down there, click next, it'll take them right back, highlight it, and say this is a required question. And here you can see that little progress bar that we were talking about a little bit ago. Okay. All right, so go back, edit this form. We're going to go to section 2 of 2. If you want to title it because you're testing different topics, then you can. If you don't, which I'm not going to, I'm just going to click on it and hit delete. And that takes that untitled section title away. You don't want that on your final questions, your final quiz. All right, so from here, we're going to add a question, a little plus sign over here. If you need to give a description or if there's something that you normally tell the students to do, for instance, I say, read each question carefully, take your time. All right. So question 1, I will say, what age was King Tut when he took the throne? Okay. It's going to be a multiple choice question because we're using AutoGrade to save us some time. The only thing that we can use with AutoGrade right now in Google Forms is multiple choice. There are some other alternate methods out there, like with Google Flipperoo, that I will go to in another video. That'll let you use different answers and different methods to grade. But for right now, we're just going to do some multiple choice to get us started. So we're going to do option 1. I will say that, let's see, maybe he was 8, or was he 25? Maybe 18, maybe just 9. Okay. I only have 4 answers. That's all I want to give them. I'm going to click on the answer key. All right, it takes us to the same question. I want to make it, it's going to ask you for how many points you want it. I want it for 10 points. I'm going to have 10 equally important questions. And then you check the correct answer. He was 9 when he took the throne. Then you go back to edit your question again. It has all the same information. Double check, yep, that it is 9. I do want to require it. Then I'm going to add another question. And what age was King Tut when he died? Okay. Again, it's multiple choice because that's what we have the option of for AutoGrade. Let's see, was he 10? Was he 19? Was he 17? Or was he 78? I'm going to click answer key again. I do want this to be 10 points. And he was 19 when he died. Okay, we're going to edit the question, come back. All right, it does say that it's 19. I want to require it, so I click that. All right, and then you just keep going the same way until you have all your questions. It tells you the total point value that you have here. Now, we have our quiz. We'll pretend like it's completed, and we want to assign it in our Google Classroom. So come up, open up another tab, go to your apps menu. You're going to click Classroom. You're going to find the class that you want to assign it to. Click Classwork. Then click Create an Assignment. Okay. Now, this part is very important because you want to make sure that it's linked to the correct thing. So you're going to go down and click on your Google Drive. and it will more than likely show up as the most recent thing that you've worked on. So just click on that. Okay, click on that, click add, and it shows up. Okay, the title, be a quiz, and you can put instructions if you want. Please choose your answers carefully. All right. The total point is going to be 100. You can change that if you want. If you want to have a due date, you can. It kind of keeps track of who has done it and who hasn't done it. And then we will talk about how to create topics for your drive in another video. But for right now, we're going to click assign. Okay. And now you see that it has been assigned. Here's the quiz. And when you open it up, let's open it up. There you go. You can watch 0 turned in, 22 assigned. So you can open this up after you've assigned the quiz, and you can see how many have finished, how many are left still working, and you can see how long it takes them to finish, if they're taking their time, if they're not taking their time, so on and so forth. All right, so that's all there is to it. It's pretty quick, pretty easy, something that's going to save you some time in the long run. I'll do a couple of more videos, but if you have any questions, then please leave me a comment under this video on my YouTube channel, and I will create the video for you. So just let me know. Thanks so much.